The voice of
I am 100% in support of the minister's proposal or the minister's comments. The minister was clear. The minister explained exactly why government should not consider funding supporters to travel to the World Cup in USA, Canada, and Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2014, when the Black Stars went to the World Cup, funds were airlifted to the Football Mundial.
SportyFM.
After our disastrous performance, a performance that triggered the formation of a committee to look into matters concerning that tournament, Justice Jamefe, who chaired the committee, in his recommendations to government, was clear with regards to what government should do in terms of taking care of tournaments of such nature and what government should not do. One of the key recommendations from the Jamefe Committee report was that government should not send supporters to tournaments in any country. Government should not fund the airlifting of supporters to any tournaments anywhere.
SportyFM.
It was clear. So government is not expected to go into state coffers to take cash to airlift supporters to any tournament of any sort. That was clear in that recommendation. The white paper that was issued on that committee report accepted that recommendation. It must be on record that governments at that World Cup, per the revelations before the committee, $1.3 million was spent to airlift supporters to Brazil in 2014. Fortunately, 4.5 million, that 4.5 million Ghana cedis that was raised, fortunately, was raised from corporate Ghana. So the sports minister then embarked on
SportyFM.
a project to solicit for funds to enable the airlifting of supporters. That was how funds were airlifted to Brazil that time. So it must be on record that, in fact, government was not ready, even in 2014, to spend money to airlift funds to Brazil. Fast forward 2022, Mustafa Yusuf, the then sports minister, was on record to have said that the state was not going to fund the airlifting of supporters to Qatar. It was a clear communication for Mustafa Yusuf then. What has Honorable Kofi Adams said differently from what Mustafa Yusuf said then? So government does not fund supporters travel to tournaments. Government can create the enabling environment. Government can help you with travel documents and all.
This is SportyFM.
But government would not pay for your travel to USA, Canada, or Mexico to go and watch the World Cup. It is not possible. So when Mustafa Yusuf disclosed the budget or what was spent on our Qatar expedition, he said $5.1 million was spent. Part of that 5.1 million covered the cost of airlifting supporters to Qatar. But that was not at the expense of the state. It was clear. So the practice has been that government funds will not be spent to airlift supporters to any tournament. So why the noise? What has Kofi Adams said differently? What has Honorable Kofi Adams said that should infuriate people? What has Honorable Kofi Adams said that we should be upset about? What has Honorable Kofi Adams said that has not been said before? what has Honorable Kofi Adams said, that has not been recommended by a committee constituted by the president? Why are we behaving like ostriches? Why are we behaving as if government is responsible for taking Immortal to Canada, Mexico, USA to go and cover the World Cup at government's expense? Look, if you want to go to the tournament, organize your funds and go. If the sports ministry is able to mobilize support from corporate Ghana or some of the state entities, and the funds are enough to airlift supporters, so be it. But until then, stop packing your bags in anticipation of government airlifting you to Canada, Mexico, USA. Stop packing your bags. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because government will not pay for your trip. Why? Look, in this day and age, and these days, you see, today the finance minister will be reading the budget. Austerity measures, protecting the public purse. Is that not what we've been clamoring for? So today, the finance minister should allocate funds for funds to be airlifted to Brazil, to USA, Canada, Mexico. To what end? What will be the return on that investment if the state were to spend on that? So today, I'm absolutely in full support of what the minister has said. What the minister has said is not something we've not heard before. Go and check the records. Mustafa Yusuf was on record to have said same.
SportyFM.
Go and check the records. Justice Jamefe, in his committee report, the recommendations, white paper issued, confirmed same, that government will not use state funds to airlift supporters to any competition. The minister has only reiterated that point. If you don't agree with him, just do the needful. Go and find your own money, apply for your visa, buy your ticket, and go and watch your World Cup. It's as simple as that. Today, my problem is very simple. I agree with the minister, and until the sports ministry is able to raise funds on their own to facilitate or airlift supporters to tournaments, nobody should put pressure on the state to send supporters to the World Cup.